What's going on, motivators? We got another video. We got to talk about Congress and Congress sex problems. Let's get into this. Now, we all know that Eric Swalwell and Tony Gonzalez are about to leave, but for the last couple years, we've had 9 congressmen and 2 senators who fell into that same trap of sexual misconduct.
And Bob Cusack. Shelby, I'll start with you. I'm not sure if you heard part of his statement from Trent Franks, but essentially he talks in the final paragraph about the midst of the current cultural and media climate, and he's deeply convinced that he would be unable to complete a fair House ethics investigation before distorted and sensationalized versions of his story would put him and his family, his staff, and his noble colleagues through all kinds of different pains and agony. Not unlike the message we got from Al Franken today as well. What are your thoughts?
Right.
So it's to pretty much say that he did it, but he doesn't want to get embarrassed. That's what I'm taking from it, at least.
On one hand, you have both of these lawmakers saying this ethics investigation would taint my ability to represent the people I'm supposed to represent. So in one way, that's a noble thing. You're there to represent the people who elected you. If you can't do that effectively, it might be time to go. On the other hand, there's a lot of controversy right now over what constitutes sexual harassment and behavior that would force you out or would pressure you to resign. And as Al Franken said today, you also have a Senate candidate who's accused of touching inappropriately young women the age of 14, and he's staying in the race. So there is sort of this.
But 14, that's sick, right? That's very sick.
Struggle right now of how far is too far and what means you shouldn't be in Congress. And the last point I would make is that Congress doesn't have an HR department. They can't just fire people like we've seen companies do. And so it does rest largely on these congressmen and the pressure that Congress has been putting on them to step down.
I mean, Bob, obviously this movement has been long coming, and it's an amazing, beautiful movement that hopefully will right wrongs, not just from the past, but set the stage for a better work environment for everybody. By the same token, it's you have some rumblings out there about people who say, well, that's not who I am. Al Franken saying that's not the person that he is, and yet he's feeling like at this stage of the game, in the heat of it all, that it's better for him to bow out. And now, of course, Trent Franks saying the same thing.
Again, all these people are sick. They all should have been removed, and most of them have been removed already. Even though one's coming up, they should be removed too.
Judy, Senator Al Franken resigned today from the Senate floor, and during that speech, he said, well, this is the worst day of my political life. I feel like it's all been worth it.
Senator Al Franken is leaving the Senate.
In the coming weeks, I will be resigning as a member of the United States Senate.
And goes reluctantly.
I know in my heart that nothing I have done as a senator, nothing, has brought this honor on this institution.
His departure follows the abrupt retirement of Representative John Conyers and came after louder and louder cries from his own party to step down.
Enough is enough.
A total of 8 women accused the senator of inappropriate sexual conduct. Today, he said some of those allegations were simply not true. Others he remembered differently and believed a Senate ethics investigation would agree.
I mean, if that's the thing too, is like, why not just stay and fight it? The reason why he didn't fight it is because there was no room to fight.
I'm here today to again apologize for the personal mistakes I have made and the embarrassment I have caused. I make this apology to my neighbors and my constituents, but I make it particularly to my wife, Huma. I had hoped to be able to continue the work that the citizens of my district elected me to do, to fight for the middle class and those struggling to make it. Unfortunately, the distraction that I have created has made that impossible. So today I am announcing my resignation from Congress. Yeah! Bye-bye, pervert! So my colleagues can get back to work. My neighbors can...
Good old Anthony Weiner, right? We all know about Anthony Weiner, right?
Congressman David Wu has officially resigned his seat now. The 56-year-old Oregon Democrat quit after being accused of having an unwanted sexual encounter with an 18-year-old. He is the 4th congressman to step down just this year after a sex scandal.
Also breaking right now, the longest serving member of the House of Representatives, John Conyers, announcing today he is retiring effective immediately. This is coming after accusations of sexual misconduct, which he continues to deny. Conyers has represented the Detroit area since 1965. Facing a number of allegations of sexual harassment from several former congressional staffers, John Conyers insists his departure is not a resignation.
I am retiring today.
By stepping down, the House Ethics Committee investigation into harassment claims against the 88-year-old congressman comes to a close. At least 5 women have accused Conyers of verbal abuse and inappropriate sexual advances. Conyers denies all of the allegations, but admits paying a secret $27,000 settlement to a former staffer. Conyers says he is leaving Congress for health reasons.
I'm saying there are 9 that have been caught for them from the House. Mark Foley, Anthony Weiner, Trent Franks, Blake Farenthold, Patrick Meehan, John Conyers, we just spoke about a while ago, Katie Hills, Eric Mesa, Vance McAllister. And looking out for the Senate, you got Al Franken and Bob Packwood. And for the Senate, you got Al Franken and Bob Packwood. Now, we know we just had another 2 who just left. Obviously, Tony Gonzalez wasn't more of sexual harassment or sexual assault. Tony Gonzalez was more towards having an affair. But the problem still persists. Along with Eric Stowell, we have some crazy allegations around it. Now we're talking about some more stuff that's supposed to be coming up. We're talking about Corey Mills have something issued against him right now. There is some kind of sexual claims that he did with personnel also. So Corey Mills might be removed. Corey Mills from Florida. This thing keeps going and going. It's an ongoing thing. And the big thing is like, is there anyone who knows about it? Is it the best kept secret? Or everybody knows that they're messing around in Congress? If you saw the allegations that came from Swalwell's victims, they mentioned that the people been saying, do not get his number. And I would like to venture that those same things happen with those other people who are claiming that they're only stepping down. It would be more of a headache for their constituents. They all are being pushed out because the allegations are too great. You go to Congress, these personnel are now in a position of power, and they let that power get to their heads. But Congress, they're supposed to be here for the constituents, which is us. But yet they're there for themselves, having good old times. That's a lot of people to get removed. And the earliest looking at from 2011, there was a whole bunch for 2011, all the way down to where we are today. That's insane.
Number one, stopping the lies that are happening about me and about my family. Everyone else can make their political calculations. Fact is, this has been awful. It's been an awful situation for the victims. It's been an awful situation, again, for Eric's family. It's been an awful situation for my family. We've been betrayed. We were lied to repeatedly and manipulated for many years.
And here's the thing. You got Ruben Gallego. They're talking about he might be part of the whole Eric thing because they were best friends. They did everything together. There's some pictures, allegedly, of someone who was in one of the videos that kind of looks like him, from the side at least. But if it is, he might be going down too. This thing is a continuous, perpetuating sickness in D.C. I guarantee it's only what we know right now, but I put my money on it that there are more people who are doing the same thing. They just haven't got caught yet, or haven't given a reason that they're backing when it comes to the Democrats or Republicans have said no, because it's all about the votes and the numbers, right? But anyway, let me know what you think. All right, motivators, if you enjoy what you've seen and heard, please like, comment, subscribe, and share a Black Veterans Perspective. Stay motivated.